Hello everyone, welcome to Coders Camp. So we are today at the 26th day of April LeetCode Challenge, and the problem we are going to cover today is furthest building you can reach. So here the input given is heights, an integer array and an integer variables bricks and ladders. So we have to return the number of buildings we can cross using this bricks and ladders. So let's understand this problem statement with an example. So here is our given example, buildings with heights 4, 2, 7, 6, 9, 14 and 12, and the number of ladders we have given is 1 and the bricks is 5. So now we have to cross the buildings in such a way that if the building's height, that is the next building's height, is lesser than the current building's height, then we can jump and go. If not, we have to use either the ladder or the number of bricks based on the height. So starting with the first building, the height is 4 and the next building's height is 2. Since the height of the next building is less, you can easily jump. And from 2, the next building is 7. So it is higher height. So you have to either use a ladder or the number of bricks as that of the difference between the building's height. So now if you are using a ladder, then you can use that one ladder, then ladder becomes 0 and you can jump to this building of height 7. And then moving on to next building whose height is 6, so you can easily jump. So now the next building height is 9, you have to use the bricks because we have already used the ladder, so we don't have any ladders left. So now we have 5 bricks. The difference between 6 and 9 is 3. So out of 5 bricks you can use 3 bricks. So now if you are using 3 bricks, the rest of the bricks becomes 2. So now you are jumping to the next building by using bricks. So now here you are at the top of ninth building, and now the difference between 9 and 14 is going to be 5. So here you don't have any ladders or even bricks left to jump to the next building. So you're stopping at this building and you have reached 2, 7, 6, 9, 4 buildings so far from the 0th building. So 4 is going to be your answer. So this seems to be a very simple problem where if you try to approach using greedy, like subtracting the ladders till you can use them and then subtracting the bricks the same way, if you think of using the bricks first and ladder next, see this example. So consider this example now. If you are trying to go greedy about it and you are trying to reach bricks first and then move on to ladder, in that case you have to use all 5 bricks in the first case itself, because the difference between 5 and 10 is 5 and you have 5 bricks left so that you can jump to the second building. So from the second building, you can jump easily to the next building. From 5, if you are trying to reach 6, you have to use one ladder and you will be at the top of 6th building. If suppose you are planning to use the ladder first, then for the first building you'll use the ladder and move to the second building of height 10. From here you can jump easily, and then if you are using 5 bricks, the difference between 5 and 6 is going to be 1, difference between 6 and 8 is going to be 2, and the difference between 8 and 9 is going to be 1. Overall it requires 4 bricks to reach the last building. So that's the difference. So here the overall idea is to use the ladders for higher height and bricks for lower height so that you can reach maximum number of buildings. So as I said, our idea is to use the number of ladders for the higher differences or higher heights and use the bricks for rest of the smaller differences. So if we are talking about the minimum or higher and lower differences, then we can directly go and get the help of heap to achieve that. So we are going to have a heap which is going to maintain or hold the higher values or higher differences between the buildings of size, the number of ladders given, because we are going to use the number of ladders for the number of higher heights between the buildings. So now we are going to start our iteration at building 0 and push the differences between the heights only if the next building's height is higher. So now starting from our first building, the difference between 4 and 2 is going to be 2, and it is lower height and he can jump easily. So now moving on to our index 1 where the height of the building is 2. So now the difference between 2 and 7 is going to be 5. 5 is a higher height, so we need a ladder or brick. So now we are going to push that height to our heap. So as of now, the heap size is 1 because we can use only one ladder for the highest height so far. So consider for this height we are using that ladder and our ladder becomes 0, so that our heap cannot hold any more higher values. So now our iteration moved to I is equal to 2. Now height of our building is 7, so we can jump from 7 to 6. We don't need any help of bricks or ladder. So now iteration moves to I is equal to 3. Now the difference between 6 and 9 is 3, so we need help of brick or ladder. So we are trying to push that into our heap. So if we are trying to push that into our heap is having already higher value than 3, because 3 is the lesser value, so we are going to use bricks for lesser heights. So our heap cannot hold this, and we are going to use 3 bricks from the number of bricks given. So now the bricks become 2. So we have used 2 bricks to jump to the building 9. So we are now at the building 9, which is the 4th building we had jumped. So now we are going to define the difference between 9 and 14, where the difference is 5. So we are going to put 5 here into our heap, where both the differences or height is going to be same. So popping anything would be fine. So we are going to pop 5 and check whether number of bricks exist. No, there are no sufficient bricks for us. So here the bricks cannot be used to jump to the next building. So we are ending our iteration and returning I. So I is the building where we are right now at. So we have reached this number of buildings right now. So that is going to be our output. So we are going to push all the values or differences into a priority queue, that is our heap, and then iterate the number of heights given. So this is overall going to take big go of n log n time complexity. So hope you're all understanding the solution. So let's go to the code now. So yes, as I said, I'm gonna declare a priority queue to hold our heap. So let us iterate the heights array. And every time calculate the difference. We are going to add this to our priority queue only if the difference is greater than 0. That is, if the next building has higher height. So then add that to our queue. So that the differences will be in ascending order, so that for the higher height we will use the ladder, and for lesser, if we are popping any element from the queue, then the lesser heights will be popped out. So we are going to use the bricks only if the queue size exceeds the ladder, because for the rest of the higher heights we would have used the ladders. So for higher heights we had used the ladders, and for lower heights we are subtracting the bricks. If at any point bricks also becomes empty, then in that case we have reached the farthest building we can reach. So in that case return I as our output. If not, we had completed all the iteration. In that case it means we had come across all the buildings given. So in that case last building would be the last farthest building we could have reached. So we are returning heights dot length minus 1. So let's run. Let's submit. So yes, our solution is accepted and it runs in 17 milliseconds. So thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, hit like and subscribe and let me know in comments. Thank you.